Secretaries, I suppose. Reviews of modern music gave his most root of all evil 1 star out of 7 for whatever reason. More poser than my action figure collection. He mentions that his real name is David, and he used to go by Dirty Davy. News time. With a photo of his mother with Guy Hudson. Alright. His real name is David? Can I find this? Modern music. Root of all evil. All Your Problems was the first and only single released. Hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those that have it, that can afford not to be greedy. It's about taking the Roottree's wealth due to being his birthright, giving it to those who need it most. You find a copy of the song on a suspicious looking website. Perfect, love it. Steve Whitlock to sue the family. He's managed to rack up fight. Stevie Whitlock. Oh, she's managed. She became famous in the mid-1980s. That were actually an average of 11.5 inches long. Unfortunately, none of this seems related to the Rootrees. Dang it! But Whitlock. Thousands of teenagers a few dollars an hour to call and request the video on MTV, which increased its profile. But I do want to find that. So, music and 5 Ps. Okay. Root of all evil. But, yes. Alright, maybe just this entire thing. Search periodicals. Nope. Apparently not. David Fellows. All Your Problems. Okay. Guess not. But now we have All Your Problems. Received some airplay but didn't make a splash critically. Still, it's kind of catchy. Well, let's listen to some rap. Jesus, a call-out song in 1999.
your name? You expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from he without blame. But instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons with a needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How wanting my share, that's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets, the only streets you reppin' are narcos and boardwalk hypocrisy. Monopoly is toppling when I knock half G's. Top off my pockets, please. Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty. And if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion, and I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtroom, decorum. I'm way past your fancy ass doorman.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Bring the choir in.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away. You say
49.
money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle.
Well, if we know this one is
Spoons with a needle.
David,
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people.
this is Joanna, then this one must be Guy Hudson. Secretary, of course. Rich people and their secretaries, am I right? I have to do 4 before they come back? Yes. Okay, What else? Oh, here's 5 Ps. Holding the photo. Okay. Zach Morton's a secretary when he retired, and then Guy Hudson, secretary for only that before she quit. Felix and his mother moved to Portland because she was afraid for her and her son's life. He grew up with her until he was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. Where she worked the register, okay. She had stolen all the cash from her drawer. Oh, they found her dead from an overdose in her car. She had stolen and spent it on heroin. He had to remember where a hairbrush, some photos, and a stuffed animal. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away with the exception of the one photo that appears on the cover of News Time. The only one where they were dressed. 5 Pieces career. Felix Fellows was born to Riley and Joanna Fellows. Riley and Joanna Fellows. Oh, but you have to have her maiden name, of course. Okay. That's fine. And here's God, Miracle the First. But the fact that Miracle the First doesn't have an extra picture means he's down here somewhere. Almost guaranteed. This is Miracle. Because what cult leader doesn't have affairs with his followers? We know what Miracle is. He's a preacher. We know Guy Hudson was president the third. Oh, no, it takes 4. I was like, okay. We need her, I wonder. I feel bad searching about somebody's fucking suicide, but somebody's death. Periodicals. Oh no. I'll come back to this. I want to go back to this one. Portland. I don't know if I can find any Portland news. It's probably not. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't expect that to work. Alright, what else we got? Did they mirror 5 pieces in his glasses? Charlatans and thieves. Sam Zutter still earns a generous salary overseeing the farm division of Roottree. Sam's family was not destitute. Elias shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Clancy's blame in the whole thing. Stop sinning or be disowned. Or if I should search the Clancy Trust again. Yes. Ruby Legal Enterprises. Company named it Ruby Sprat. This is going to be important. I can just feel it already. Yeah. Cicely Sanchez, probably less important, but maybe still important. Ruby Sprat. Magazine owned by a major airline. Okay. That's gonna come back. I just know it already. Picto. Oh, okay. Seriously? Has no consistent theme. Tabloid articles. Doesn't typically feature celebrities. Instead, it tends to latch on and create sensationalist headlines. Beanie Babies, Magic Eye images, and even Red Bull. An unread book about Guy Hudson. Big Sass Seabass. You find a recently finished auction that listed a copy at over $1,000, though nobody bid. Yeah, okay. Thanks, $1,999,000 magazine. All right, Big Sass Seabass. Is a talking fish that sits on a fake mount. Oh no. Okay. All right. Let's. Jesus. Big goatee. Big sass. Big mouth. All right. God, I don't even know how to spell her name. Picto Cicely Sanchez. The magazine and Cicely herself were immediately assessed. Okay. Cicely Sanchez. Search periodicals. Picto search. And the demonic messages it supposedly said as the batteries ran low. The version found in the archives is incomplete. Unfortunate. Alright. What do we get? Oh, yeah, that is one Basildub. Unless you want to read about a potentially demonic fish toy. Yeah, why not? Okay, I'm not sure how there are 8 things on that to figure out, but there it is, I suppose. Let's open this up again and go back to here. And then I want to stick it here. Portrait of a changed man. And this is Cicely Sanchez. What if everything you stand for? Powerful true story about a man who woke up after being saved from drowning in his backyard pool. Alright, and foreign gospel. Was told by God that he should travel to Thailand and begin to preach. Mm. He was drunk or impaired in some way. Oh, right, because he was much younger than the others. Miracle's gonna do what Miracle does. Be a part of a history of the oldest living Roottree, reprises and retells his incredible true story. Miracle Roottree was one of the famous five pieces living a life of wealth and luxury. He'd had different plans. He has lived a long and fruitful life. However, he's now in his 70s, and his age has begun to make life on the road more difficult. In this intimate evening, Miracle will reminisce about his famous history. He'll discuss family saints and sinners. Miracle the Third. Hmm. Caught first, second, third, four, five affairs between 1975 and 1982. Oh my god. Both of these people are on here. 1998. One, two, three. I still need one more. It's not gonna take her married name. Oh boy. It starts so much more open. Basically, it assumes you don't need another tutorial on it. The problem is now I don't know where to go. Obviously, we need to look into Guy Hudson, but maybe the farm again. I already saw this page. This restaurant? Not because it's just changed, just because it seems to be a common name for Italian restaurants. Alright. Apparently it could come up with something, though. Antonelli's. Rochelle Zimmer. Christine Garland. She and her husband Steve, who was a chef at Antonelli's, when she delivered produce from her mother's farm. Christine Garland. Okay, Rochelle Zimmer. Hmm. Her mother's farm, but there is no Christine here. (1978). One of the supervisors was named Elizabeth, who had a daughter who Sam never met, but worked as one of Guy's. She and her husband. So this one is Christine. And this is Steve Garland. Uh, Although there's just a normal Beth as well. Okay. Jeez. Reminders. Miracle had book or movie? It's weird. Um, 5 pieces. Now, Roottree Corporation. Wait, hold on. Here's a whole bunch of names. Kurt Johnson, Mark Sanchez, Trish King, and Eliza Nicholson. Kurt Johnson and Mark Sanchez were the pilot and co-pilot of the Trish King was on the cabin crew. Elizabeth Nicholson, who also went by Eliza. Probably nothing. Trish. With a sad MIDI piano. Oh man, the 90s. The Roottree Sisters Fashion Scholarship. Had an entirely black cover with no text on it. It's managed by Ruby Enterprise. This is going to be important. Somehow. I just know it. The next person, Ron and Clark. Ron dropped from the title. Based on an article about Ron and Business Watch. Alright. "2 months after the Roottree roof, what happened at the Roottree? I mentioned that nobody from the Roottree family that they reached out to was willing to go on them. Instead, the timeline has been extracted from public record accidentally and a source on the inside. Hey, that's me! But before the press release, they wanted Ron Roottree to take over because of his experience running RR Productions. But Ron seemed way too eager and personally motivated. They were worried that he would gut the Clancy Trust to remove Robbie Roottree. Yeah. Anything that could risk. They stalled, and Ron became frustrated when 6 pieces came out. He saw his chance to form his action. Ron was impossible to deal with. He seemed like he was unwilling to protect the Clancy Trust. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Died in Paris, he and Brother Robbie have seemingly made amends. partially featured in 6 pieces. He has not yet returned to the United States. Okay. Gwen. Guys Like Us. She was 67. Starring Gwen Roottree, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. For Guys Like Us. Even with this success and acclaim, she retired from Hollywood almost immediately after how much was known about her. Recently, as part of the myriad of articles that people have done, it came out she died known as Huntington's in the late 1960s. Okay. Say a lot. Harrison Lane. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense, I suppose. Actually, go back to that. Show me the older one.